Okay, sure. So we'll start with our demo sessions now. So as of now, as per the discussions, I think Rishabh has little experience into domain, like he has worked on single project. So I think he'll be having a knowledge about what is analytics and what is the data. So Rishabh, can you tell me what is data according to you and what is the data analytics?
Ma'am, data analytics and the data basically, ma'am, data it is called as a like name, age. It will be a structure, it will be a non-structure, and data it is basically they are visualize the data and passes through the trend and giving the dashboard or ideas so they can easily cope up with this thing and visualize that the result.
Okay, perfect. So basically, what is data? Data are the important information for the organizations, right? So what is basically data? Data are the facts and figures, or it might be an information which would be helpful for the organizations to do the analytics and to draw the conclusions or to make a decisions out there. So this is the meaning of the data you have to tell. And what is data analytics then? Data analytics are nothing but you are converting those raw data, those informations into the meaningful insights by using various tools and technologies, right? So here, what are the tools and technologies we'll be learning over here throughout the entire course? We'll discuss it later. So as of now, we will understand what is analytics. Analytics is nothing but it is a data analytics, nothing but it is a process of converting the raw data into the meaningful insights by using the various tools and technologies. The tools and technologies might be Excel, MySQL, Power BI, the programming language, and also visualizations tools, Python programming language, and also visualization tool, Power BI. We can use it for it, right? These are the tools and technologies. Along with that, the cloud environment also we should be familiar with if we are entering as a freshers. As a data analyst, like little informations regarding the cloud platforms are must and should, right? We have a cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and also we have GCP, right? So all these tools and technologies together, we will be drawing the conclusions for particular data. So that is called as a data analytics, right? So here we have to understand. So here we have to understand that what is the analysis, the difference between, we know that what is data. Data is information which will be helpful for the organization. We understood the terminology of data analytics as well. Data analytics is a process of converting the raw data into the meaningful insights with the help of various tools and technologies. Tools and technologies are nothing but you should be having a hands-on experience on working with Excel, Python, SQL, Power BI, and also some of the AWS tools. And the versioning control tool here, Git or GitHub, we have to be proficient with. These tools and technologies comprehensively create a job role of data analytics, right? And again, so here, so we understood two terminologies differences. Now we have to gain the knowledge of, the knowledge of what is data analysis, what is data analytics, and analyst. So analytics, no, what is analysis? Analysis is a process of examining the data. In the sense, you will be reading the data, you will be understanding the data, you are exploring the data. That process in the data analysis is known as data analysis, examining the data sets to draw the conclusions. That is called as a data analysis. You're not doing anything over there. Just you're understanding the data, observing the data, exploring the data is known as data analysis. Okay. Analytics, again, repeating, converting the raw data into meaningful insight. Who is then data analyst? Right? Analyst is a person who performs the data analysis and also data analytics. Right? So the person, the profession are called as data analyst. So these are the difference between these three terminologies you should be knowing, right? And also, as you know that we have three domains. One is data analyst, one is data scientist, and one is data engineer. You'll be having in the Naukri portal, if you go and search for the keywords for data scientist, data engineer, and data analyst. See, what is the difference between these three domains, these three job roles? So anyone has any idea regarding this? What will be the requirements to, be that profession for a scientist or engineer or analyst? And what are the difference between them? Because three of them deals with the data only, but slightly the roles and responsibilities may differ, right? These are the differences they have it. So analyst, we know that by using the on-premises tool and the cloud environment, he'll be cleaning the data, he'll be manipulating the data, and then he creates the dashboard and reports along with that, and he will be speaking with the stakeholders regarding the problems what they are facing with the data, and this helps them to solve the problem and to take a proper decision, right? The same thing done by the data scientist as well, but here add on to the analyst roles and responsibilities, this scientist will do the predictions by algorithms and also by machine learning. They may use TensorFlow and machine learning toolkits for drawing the predictions, and the more into the statistical measures they'll be involving on. So these comes under the roles and responsibilities of data scientist. And what about the data engineer now? Data engineer are the persons who will be, converting the raw data into the, raw data into the batch wise. They create a batches and they dump all the files to the cloud environment or the on-premises environment or to the database. And according to the business requirement, they will be dividing and they'll be working based on the data set. So here engineers, they should be having the knowledge on ETL. ETL is nothing but extract, transform, and load, right? And also ELT process. So this includes the jobs and responsibilities of data engineer, right? So we'll discuss these roles and responsibility with the workflow of data. How does it work in the organizations later? So now any doubts in these three domains? So analyst is a person who will be using the tools and technologies, which is on-premises one, okay? So, and here the data scientist will be along with the on-premises. He will be working, he will be having extensive knowledge on statistical terminologies and along with that, the machine learning. And data engineer, he'll be adding or dumping all the files and folders, right? All the datas to the warehouses and data lake, and also the Snowflake, the database data warehouse environment he'll be working on. Along with that, he'll be working on extractions of data with the help of ETL and ELT. So these roles and responsibilities includes for these three domains, right? Data analyst, scientist, and engineer. So these are the three sectors, and where all these data are applicable. So irrespective of you are from IT or non-IT, so regardless, so you can enter to the data analytics domain, right? So because either it is a IT sector or non-IT sector, data are very important. So every organization works on the data, correct? So that's why. So you can switch to the any job. It might be the health sector, it might be the finance, retail, supply chain, logistics, right? Telecom industry, and also healthcare sector, educational sector, everywhere it is used, aviations, right? And even for manufacturing firms, everywhere the data are very important. Why? Because they have to understand the flow of the business, how they are doing, right? The production, the selling, and the customer behavior, everything they have to understand. Why? Because they have to grow in the market, right? That's why every organizations are opting for data analytics, and they are dealing with the data, right? They are using the AI because they want to automate the task by reducing the cost, right? So all these things will be included in the application of data analytics. And again, as we discussed, what are the tools and technologies, these three domains are included. So there will be Excel, Power BI, Tableau, along with that MySQL, and also AWS Cloud, R language, Python, everything can be learned by the data analyst. And what about data scientist? The programming language and the machine learning libraries he or she has to be proficient with. Here, completely into the warehouses, data warehouses. The data engineer will be working completely into the data warehouse, where he will be understanding how the flow of data will be into the data warehouse, right? And also, there are different data warehouses like Hadoop and Apache Spark, SQL, Snowflake, all those things comes in under the data warehouse systems, which will be performed by the data engineer, right? And again, so here we'll understand the types of data analytics. This is very important topic, right? So what are the types of data analytics we have? So for in the statistics, we have a types of data analysis. So we have a data in the sense it is a qualitative and quantitative. One is numerical and non-numerical. We can define it as quantity is nothing but it is a numerical. Any values which are included in the numerical form that are called as a quantitative, which are in the like feedbacks or boolean yes or no types of all these data are called as qualitative, right? This is non-numerical records. These are the two kinds of data we have. One is numerical and non-numerical that can be pronounced as qualitative and quantitative respectively. And here, types of data analytics. We have four kinds of data analytics, right? One is the first one, descriptive analytics. What is this descriptive analysis? Descriptive analysis refers to the historical data of the organizations. It is already there. So you'll be dealing with that data. Okay, for an example, suppose let us take you have to deal with the profits analysis from past 4 years. So what you'll do, you'll go for the database of your company. So you'll extract the past 4 years database. What is that? That is a historical data, the past data you're taking today for the analysis to understand the trends of the profits by year, how it is moving, right? So this is called as a descriptive analytics. If you are dealing with the historical data to find out the insights on it, so that is called as a descriptive analytics. What about the diagnostic analytics? Diagnostic analytics are nothing but the reason why so suppose you are dealing with the profit trends calculations and you see that year by year from 2021 or 2022 there is a boom and again it is reduced. So you'll be finding the reason why it has been reduced. The process of finding the reason why, what, when, how, you'll be finding the reason for all the questions, right? So the process of finding the reasons, why it happened, when did it happen, what is the reason behind it. So that particular question sets comes under the diagnostic analysis. The research is known as diagnostic analytics over here. This is the second type of the data analytics, right? So first one is descriptive analytics. Second one is diagnostic analytics. And we have a third one that is predictive analytics. What is this predictive analytics refers to? Predictive analytics refers to, right? Predictive analytics refers to predictions. Prediction in the sense, what will be happening in the future? We will be predicting by seeing the present. Okay. We by the help of moving averages, we can see all those things with the example in the coming classes. Here, as of now, we'll understand theoretically. So what is predictive analysis? So how do we find that? In the normal data range, so suppose we'll be having an average, okay? So average of sales year by year. How does the average is calculated? Suppose we have a 2 years. 2 years profits will be added and divided by 2. That is the average. Okay, it is a profit. It's meeting the requirement. We know that for 2021 and 2022. And when it compares to 2022 and 2023, it has been reduced. Okay. And again, imagine 24 and 25 in between, it is again increasing in trend. Okay. So like this. So for an example, so here, this is 2021, it is increased and in 2022, it is decreasing. And again, it is increasing in 2024 and 25. Okay, so it is in the upwards and downwards direction of the profit. So now what happens? If it is in a moving direction, upward direction, so what do you predict? So okay, it will move upward only. To move it as a upward, so what are the steps will be taken care? So all these things, what you'll do in the future comes under the prediction, that is a future predictions by the flow of the data, how the data are moving. So my data is here, it is in the upward direction, again it fall, and again it raises, the profits raises, and again drastic decrease in the prices. Why it is decreased? So why? You'll be finding the diagnostic analysis, why it has been fall. And the data, where do you get from? With the past analysis, that is from 2021, right? 21, and this is 22, right? And this is 23, and this is 24. It is increasing in trend. So I can predict that in 2025 also it will be in increasing trend. Why? Because so we have to take some of the precautions over there. So if profit has to be increasing in trend, one strategy I can fix for the minimum discounts of 10% or discounts of 10% or 20%, or buy one or get one free, or seasonal trends, in the sense the festival offers, all these things will help us to make an increase in trend. So how did I got these ideology? By the reason why it has been in the increasing trend over a period of time, 1 year. Why? Because we had given the discounts over here, and customers were more interested on the new products. So that's why it is in the increasing trend. So the same strategy can be followed out over here. And if the team is collaborative, so you can implement the new ideologies to increase the sales. This entire process, when it will be done, when the discussions with the stakeholders, after evaluating, after cleaning of all your data, so you can discuss on the further steps, that is comes under the predictions over here, right? And whatever the predictions you do, right, suppose the discounts, right, and buy one get one free offer, and festival seasons, right? So all these again, so these are the ideologies, the predictions. If I do all these things, my sales would increase in the year 2025, right? So now you have to bring all these into an action. Why? Because you want to increase the profit. So that's why this prescriptive analysis comes into a picture. Whatever the predictions you have been made, that has to be executed. What has to be done? So this all discounts, festival offers, everything has to be done on a seasonal wise, not all together once, on a seasonal wise. If it is a festival season, we'll give a festival offer. If there is no season, it's a dry month without any offers or anything, so we can give the buy one get one free as a offer. Okay, if it discounts, when we can give according to the customer type. If the customers are generating the profits for the organizations more than 5,000, we can give them a platinum card of 10,000 rupees offer on the product, whatever they buy in future. Even that offers attracts the customers, and the sales would have increased. So this is how the entire process of the types of the data analytics goes into the real time. And it is a descriptive analysis. Diagnostic analysis is finding the reason. Descriptive analysis is what happened in the past. We will be understanding that. And what about the prescriptive analytics? Is a process of like predicting the future with the help of the past data. And again, prescriptive refers to putting all the actions, right? Putting all the ideologies into an actions is called as prescriptive analytics. So these are the 4 types of data analytics we have, right? So, and right. So again, so here, apart from these types, we have other types, as we discussed, the qualitative and quantitative analysis and exploratory analysis. And confirmatory analytics, again, it comes under the statistical analysis confirmatory, which deals with the hypothesis, which will be helping us to take a sensitive decisions on a good phase. So this comes under the confirmatory. And also exploratory analysis refers to exploring the data, discovering the patterns, trends, while exploring, observing the data, observing the flow of data. Everything will be understanding by the exploratory analysis. Apart from that, we have qualitative and quantitative, so which are very important, right? And again, so now, so we'll have like some of the quick discussion. Now, we understood the process of data, how does it work in the real time. Now we'll take an example. Suppose you are working with a product-based company, right? So you are working with let us imagine you are a data analyst now with a client Amazon. So they have, different services provided to the customers. They have, Amazon Prime, Music, and also they have the cloud services, everything, so on. They have many platforms, Amazon. So now let us take an example of Prime Video, right? So how do we understand the consumer or customer behavior for the Prime access? So you want to increase the customers to the Amazon Prime to subscribe and watch the movies. And I want to track how much time they are watching, in which locations they are watching, everything. These are the attributes. Now, to do this, so as a data analyst, what are the steps you follow to achieve this goal? So Kumari, Anuradha, Kiran, Ravi Kiran, Rishabh, Gurudas, and also we have Ajay and Guru Tejaswar. So hi Guru and hi Ajay. Okay, am I audible to you all, right?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah, so I'll repeat one more time the question. Imagine you are a
Yes,
data analyst, okay? You are the data analyst working for Amazon. You are asked to analyze the performance and the usage of the Amazon Prime subscriptions. So now, what are the attributes you would consider for collecting in the data set for the analysis? So just imagine, so this is the real-time workflow, how it goes. So imagine you are working with Amazon and you have to analyze the performance and the usage of the Amazon Prime subscriptions. We know that Amazon Prime subscription for watching the movies, right? So now you have to understand the performance and the usage, right, of the Amazon Prime subscription. Now, what are the attributes? Attributes are nothing but the columns, right? What are the columns you would consider for collecting the data from the database to perform the analysis? So what are the columns you consider for analysis to analyze the performance and the usage? So now I'll just give you an hint. So here you have to think about the user behavior, subscription details, right? And how Prime is benefited by this, correct? So here, what are the datas you consider? Just give me the column names. Think what are the columns which includes. It might be wrong, no issues. You can speak out, unmute and speak.
Username, user ID,
Perfect.
contact number,
Okay.
start date, from where subscription started, start date, and how
Time
long.
period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what are the attributes? So you go for regions, right? Region on the basis of geographical interest. And when it comes to the subscription date, end date, and start date, to track how long has been the member is using the Amazon Prime. To understand that one, we can track with the subscription start date, right? And also the subscription type is also very important, whether the individuals are subscribing for monthly, yearly, or for the student plan, right? So all these things. And also we have a payment mode. We have to consider that column as well. So how they are doing with the payment, whether card or UPI, whether net banking, how they are doing. Because to understand the user behavior, right? And again, so here the usage of the entertainment consumption. So how long they are seeing the Prime videos. So how long frequently, if they are using the 24/7, then or if they are using just for a few minutes or few seconds. So we will be analyzing that as well. And they are using with Amazon Prime, are they using with the music as well, along with the video, and the location as we told, and also the renewal status, whether they renew or they cancel after the single usage. This is also one of the important attribute because so if they have a free subscriptions, there'll be usage of the consumer are more. So once they have to renew, sometimes they renew or sometimes they won't. They cancel the subscriptions of boring of the app. So these are the scenarios and the reason they give the customers while during the canceling of the subscriptions. But here the thing is, these are the attributes. Attributes are nothing but column. Then, so by considering all these column, what all we can consider, like create an insights. So who are the most loyal Prime users, in the sense who are using more, who are subscribing more yearly, and they are using more Prime access. So they are considered as a loyal Prime user. And which region have the Prime usage more, by using the location or customer region details, I can get to know. So where the Prime usage is more entire the globe, right? And again, is there any link between like video usage and also the renewal rate? Suppose if they are having the free access of free usage, the user may access it. Once the subscriptions are done, so will he renew or he will cancel? So that rate also we have to know. So, and we have to understand the customer behavior, like whether they prefer for monthly or yearly subscription. The difference between them, we have to understand the matrix of these two. Our monthly subscriptions are most like used, or the yearly subscriptions. So these are all the matrix we can use it. So where do you basically get the data from? You'll be getting all the data from SQL Server, where you can connect and you can load all the data, or else in the cloud platforms also you can load it. So it will be helpful for your analysis. This is how you have to think in a wider way with the real time. So I'll give you one more example now. So just explain me or give me the solutions. So you are working as a data analyst again with the telecom industry. The product base is done. So with the telecom industry, so now they have the business problem of the customer chunk. Customers are unsubscribing their telecom services and they are switching to other telecom services. You have to find what is the reason. So now tell me, what are the attributes you take from the database to solve this problem? So the first process, the workflow, you have to understand. For that workflow, the data collection is the top one. So that's why deciding of the attributes, deciding of the column are very important. So I want you to just interact with the columns, what you will be considering for dealing with the now chunk in the sense leaving of the customers in the telecom industry. So suppose you are using the Airtel and you switch for any other telecom services for Jio or Vodafone or something like that, right? So what might be the reason? As a customer, think once what might be the reasons, and then think of you are a data analyst and you have to read the consumer behavior, like customer behavior, and then you have to pick the attributes. That is the process of data collections. So what you will be taking now? So what are the columns you pick for? So Anuradha, Rishabh, Ravikant, Ravikiran, Gurudas, Ajay, and Guru Tejaswar. So please unmute and talk. So if you're not understanding also, you can tell me so I can repeat it for you. Okay. So here we have, so the first phrase, I'll just tell you the workflow of the data analyst now. So here the data analyst workflow is the first process is of data collections. Data collection is what attributes you consider to solve the business problems, right? So here you can choose for the customer usage, customer complaints, and customer demography, and their locations, region, and their planning skills. All those things you can take it for the analysis to overcome with why they are switching for different telecom services. And then once you get the data, you have to clean the data and make it in a proper structure. That is the second phase. And the third phase is you have to explore the data and identify the patterns by understanding why they're leaving. So you'll be doing here diagnostic, why, what happened to the customers, why they are leaving. So you'll be taking considering of the feedbacks of them, complaints of them. So all those things you'll be reviewing, and then you'll be having the final pattern of the solutions of the problem, why they are leaving. So there might be the different reason, like due to the server problem, they are not satisfied with the billing. They may have the different services which cost lesser than the current service, right? So this might be the reasons for them to change, to switch to the another telecom services. So predictions model is nothing but like if this is a situation, what can be done next, right? So that will be discussed with the stakeholder again with the data analyst. And then finally, you'll be preparing all the dashboards and disclose all your work throughout the sprint, whatever you work. So you'll be disclosing that with the stakeholders. And then they take the decision according to your analysis and insights and the documentations what you prepare. So here the important features for the data analyst is he or she should be a good storyteller, like how he had been collected the data, why he has taken this attribute for his analysis, right? He has to tell reason for every activities he perform as a data analyst to the stakeholders, because the stakeholders may be comes from the technical background or non-technical background. To both of them, you have to make understand what exactly the problem they are facing and how to overcome with that problem, correct? So these are the things they have to consider on. So that's why the storytelling, the concepts comes for the data analyst only. When it compares to data engineer and also the data scientist, data analysts have a more fame. Why? Because they includes all the roles and responsibility from basic to core level. So this is how the journey goes for the data analyst. And when it comes to the real world time, so the job opportunity for data analyst, scientist, and the engineer. So out of 100, data analytics have 80% of job openings. And also the data engineer has 10% and data scientist has 10% throughout the globe, right? So this is how the ratio of three different domains for the job opportunity they look for in every organizations. And the process of workflow, is the first phrase is of data collections, data cleaning is the second, and analyzing the data is the third, and creating a models. Models in the sense that you are exploring all the data and creating the relationship between all the tables, all the problems and solutions. And again, you deploy that by using the dashboards, by creating the dashboards, reports, and also the insights. And finally, you have to maintain and monitor your data frequently, right? So these are the workflow of the data analyst in a real time. These are the roles and responsibilities which includes to you. And again, once you are done with all these things, all the process you have been learned of the data analyst, and what are the opportunity you'll be having. So if you are a fresher, you can apply for junior level of data analytics. And if you have little experience and you wanna switch your career, so just add whatever the projects we do during the sessions, that you can add it in the resume and also in the GitHub. So I'll guide you how to do that. So you can showcase your experience into that, and you can add on in your resume, and there will be a huge openings for the data analyst, right? So here I have made the list of career opportunities. The first is the junior level, that is data analyst, junior data analyst, BI analyst, right? Reporting analyst, visualization, marketing, finance, operations, product, customer insights, healthcare, sales, supply chain, risk, data quality, data engineer, data and business analyst, quantitative analyst. These are all the certain jobs title where you can get the job into, right? So these are the things. And again, so you can see here the job titles, they includes IT and non-IT both, because non-IT also deals with the data and IT also deals with the data, and with a good package, right? So these are the overview of data and data domain, right? So now let's have a Q&A. So, and also to discuss about the syllabus. So the syllabus, once again. Yeah. So here, what are the tools and technologies we are going to cover? The first one will be covering with the Excel and the programming language Python, MySQL and Workbench, Power BI as a visualization tool, Git or GitHub, it is a version control tool to deploy all our projects so that we can showcase that in our resume. And along with that, we will be learning the AWS services, right? So the overview of AWS, so how AWS is helpful for the data analyst, all those things we can learn it at last as an overview of the data analytics like Ines, RDS, Glue, QuickSight, so how to use and how to navigate. So everything we can learn it over here in the AWS service as well, right? So these are the comprehensive course. So the duration of the course would last for 45 to 60 days, right? And the timings would be the 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. daily 1 hour, Monday to Friday. And Saturday, Sunday will be no classes. So at that time, you can take a time for revisions of what 5 days we have been learned. And yeah, so recording sessions will be given to you once the classes are done. Like daily, the DURGASOFT management, they'll upload it in a drive access. You can have an access of the recording sessions on a daily basis, and the duration of the recordings will be last for, I think, 1 year access they may provide you once the course completions are done. Yes, these are the overview of our demo session. So now the Q&A sessions we can start on. So we have Ajay, Guru, Tejaswar, Gurudas, Kumari, Ravi Kiran, Ravikant, Rishabh. So yeah, you can ask any doubts or any questions you have.
No doubts. Thank you.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No doubt.
Okay. So tomorrow also we'll be having like, tomorrow or Monday, they'll notify you. So demo sessions will be running on like 2 to 3 days. You can attend the demo sessions so that we can discuss on the different topics on the data analytics, so that you'll be gaining more knowledge into the domain. So how it works and what all the things you have to concentrate on. As today we discussed on major important things, right? So we learned about what are the difference between the data domains, data analyst, data engineer, and data scientist, right? Along with that, we learned about the types of data and the overview of data, right? And again, we learned about two different aspects of analyzing the attributes for our analysis. So these are the things we have to keep in mind. And tomorrow we'll understand. Yes.
Hello,
Yes.
Madam Ravikant here. I have a question. So
Yes.
the course is about using these tools and perform data analysis, right? Not about programming of Python or the Power BI, right? You will not be teaching about Python. It is about using Python, right?
Oh no, we will be seeing over like I think 1 second. I'll show you with the syllabus part, which is there in the website.
Okay. The description, everything what I've given, I understood, but what is exactly we are going to cover? Is it usage of Python and perform analysis, or it is about Python and usage,
Yeah, it's about Python and its usage.
as well as other topics, right? Power BI, Excel.
Yes, yes,
So you will teach those topics plus how to use them for data analysis, correct?
yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
And we can get a hands-on project or not?
Yes, you'll be getting hands-on projects as well.
Okay.
Ma'am, next demo class on Monday?
Yeah, I'll confirm you also through the email. So like Saturday, Sunday, it's right. So Monday to Friday we'll be usually doing with the demo sessions.
Yeah,
So
ma'am.
hence it is a Friday. So I think need to discuss with the management and they'll notify you with the email. You can be active with your email. You'll be notified.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, yeah, so we can wind up with the sessions if you have any doubts. So we'll connect on the next demo sessions, right? Thank you all.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.